Hi, I'm Gail Nass. I'm a licensed massage therapist and a colon hydrotherapist in Florida. I've been utilizing the Avazzia devices for quite some time now, and I'd like to actually do a self-care series for you. This is for the home care user. Professionals can use it. However, I'm going to be talking more to you about how to utilize this device on yourself and or a loved one. I'm going to try and make the protocols nice and easy and to keep it as simple as possible. So my company name is Natural Health Unlimited, and this particular short presentation is the introduction to not only the series that we're going to be doing on self-care, but also to the Avazzia devices. So, Avazzia. All handheld microcurrent devices, okay, easy to use. This happens to be a professional model. I'm not going to focus on that one so much in the self-care series, although I might refer to them. But we do have three that are very, very good, okay? So we've got the Best Pro 1, the Best RSI, and the Avazzia Blue. And I don't care which one of these that you use, you can go ahead and make phenomenal changes in your level of pain as quickly as possible. These are electrical frequency generators. They're neuromodulated microcurrent. So microcurrent has been out there in the market for a long time and does fantastic things. But when you incorporate the technology that we have in the Avazzia units, so that we can go ahead and kind of kick in that missing piece, which is the brain, and get the brain to start doing the healing, because it really is in control, okay, then you can see a lot of things happening. So we're going to be talking about frequencies, and electrical frequencies specifically. And before we go on, I do need to let you know that we don't make any medical claims, okay? So as a professional, I might share with you things that I personally know, things that I've seen, my experiences or the experiences of my colleagues. However, when we're talking about the Avazzia product specifically, it is not going to make any medical claims, and I will try and make that as clear as possible. The medical claims that Avazzia can make are strictly limited to pain relief. Okay, so we're going to be talking a lot about pain. This series also takes you the next level after you have been thoroughly introduced to your device. No matter what you own, okay, there are devices, free device training on avazziatraining.com, okay? So if you're not too sure about how to turn on your device, how to navigate through the buttons and things like that, and what else your device can do, I'd like you to go back to the avazziatraining.com website and watch your device training, okay? So this will take you from that point and then beyond, okay? So you can always go back to those videos as well. This self-care series is going to be focused on pain, okay, and pain relief. Pain can be associated with many different things. So what we're going to be talking about is neck pain, low back pain, migraine pain, head pain, foot pain, pain in general, okay? There are conditions, there are diseases, there are diagnoses. And for this part of the series, for what we're going to be talking about, all of those names don't mean what they might need to mean in other realms. What they mean right here is that you're just in pain. So we're going to show you some simple techniques to help get yourself out of pain. Okay, so we might be working with wounds later on. We might be working with scars, any kind of pain. All right, so the protocols that we're going to be showing in the self-care series are going to address that. Okay, I talked to you a little bit about frequencies. These are electrical frequency generators. Okay, so what do I mean by that? And why would it help my body? And how does it, what do you mean, you know, Gail, I've heard you mention that it communicates with the brain. What is all that? Well, let's go over some things that we already know that exist in nature. Frequency exists in nature all the time. It's around us. It's everywhere, okay? So light has a specific frequency, okay? Light can produce a rainbow. Each of those colors of the rainbow have a different frequency. Other frequencies in nature are sound, okay? So as you hit a key on a piano, it's going to go ahead and hit a chord, and that chord is actually a frequency. And in musical instruments or in other ways, when you're working with sound, you can make it quieter, you can make it louder, you can make it have a lower pitch, and you can make it a higher pitch. Okay? And I'd like you to take a look at these waveforms for just a second, because when I talk about sinusoidal waveforms, and I'm going to be talking about our devices, you're going to notice these waveforms look very, very similar. And the creator and founder of Avazzia can make these waveforms do anything. So he can make the frequency in the devices look like that. We have electromagnetic frequencies as well, and they can go from anywhere from radio waves to infrared rays and things like that. So they're out there. Frequency is always out there. Well, it's inside you as well. These are samples of brainwave frequencies, okay? And they're measured in hertz, okay? So, for instance, delta, which is deep sleep, is 0.5 to 3 hertz, okay? So that is an electrical frequency. That's how your body communicates with the billions and billions of cells back and forth with each other between different body systems of the body, the brain, the endocrine system, the nervous system, the muscles, the fascia. Everything is going to communicate within frequencies. So wouldn't it be nice if you had a tool that could give your brain a little extra power, your body a little bit of extra power to go ahead and do what it wants to do, okay? And it can. So a little shout out to Nikola Tesla, who said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And this man was amazing and helped contribute to the invention of alternating current, which is something that our devices use. So we want to kind of understand that a little bit. Frequencies have been used for our bodies for a long, long time. A long time ago, they used to take electrical fish, like torpedo fish, and put them on the body in hopes that enough electrical frequency would be generated. And that happened in 350 AD or something like that. So it's been around. Okay. So when I talk about frequencies later on in the series, and I talk about what frequencies might be useful for this and for that, just know that way before Avazzia came along, that there were other people that were working on those kinds of things. In fact, Dr. Royal Rife created this magnificent microscope, and he spent all his days in his labs bombarding cells to see what he could do to eradicate things. And so he noticed that that would happen with those hertz for those conditions or those situations. So we've utilized numerous different sources. So the physiological effects of electrical stim come from a broad spectrum. Okay, the Avazzia waveform is unique. The sinusoidal part of the waveform and how it does it, and that will help communicate with the brain and the spinal cord. So when we talk about frequencies, I just needed you to get a visual of that up and down and that wave. Like I said before, Avazzia can make that wave do pretty much anything it wants to do, and therefore have a therapeutic benefit on your body. And what happens is that when the devices go on the body, communication happens right away with the brain and the spinal cord. So through the through the skin, through the tissues, to the nervous system to the brain, and back again. So we've got this loop of communication that's going on millions and millions of times per second. Well, unlike other microcurrent devices, the Avazzia device changes its output to meet the needs of the tissue. When the needs of the tissue have reached a better electrical condition, the device can signal the end user. Not in all of the modes and all of the devices, but in a good portion of them, they're actually, and I'll tell you later, they're actually can ring out, or numbers will appear on the professional screen and things like that. So I don't know any other device that can do that. So What's important here is that it's going to change so that your body can habituate. If you had a signal that was going in you like this, my brain would start to turn that off very, very quickly and become non-existent. So changing that out doesn't allow my brain to say, oh, I'm bored with that. Let me go on with other things in my life like eating and sleeping. Okay, no, it's going to make it pay attention to it. So a nice little bonus to the Avazzia device.